Hey Kirk, this is Frank from Max Digital, and I wanted to shoot you over this quick video with some specific things that you guys can do yourselves to help bring in more business just by better utilizing both your website and your Google Business profile. Okay, so I see that you're a plumber, or you do plumbing in Queens. So I did a quick Google search on Plumber Queens, and this is a search results page that comes up. And since 90% of the people never click past the first page, you're going to want to take up as many of the three sections of this page as possible. So this top section here is just the Google advertiser. So if you're not looking to pay Google for advertising, then you definitely want to get into the second and third section of this page if you are looking to grow the business. So the second section here is known as the Google Map Pack, and it consists of the three businesses with the strongest Google Business profile. And so there's really two ways to get into this section. One is to enhance your Google Business profile, and secondly, since Google is a popularity contest, you're going to want to make sure that you're listed online across the internet more times than these guys are. And so the way businesses do that is they register their business in online directories. And so if you want to be listed in more online directories than these guys. So there's thousands of directories out there like Yelp.com, Angie's List, Nextdoor.com, just to name a few. Many of them are free to join. It just takes time to go out to each of those sites and enter in your business name, address, and phone number exactly the way you guys have it set up here in the Google Business profile. You want to make sure that Google doesn't get confused. That's why you got to be consistent in every directory that you register in, so that you appear as one company and you begin to outnumber the competitors in the map pack. The other thing, like I said earlier, you need to do is keep this profile active. So you want to be uploading pictures to the profile frequently. You want to be getting and responding to customer reviews frequently, and you also want to use this section. This is a 750 character description field that you can fill up, and it would help you if you included local buyer intent keyword phrases in this paragraph. So, and I'll get into that in just a second. I do also notice that you are keeping this part active. You are doing some posts here, which is good because that will help you if you do all the other things that I mentioned as well. That'll help you. Should be able to. You want to outnumber your competition in terms of the number of reviews and photos. These guys only have 38, so you could bump them out by continuing to do what you're doing with the posts, as well as, like I said, uploading the pictures and getting the reviews. You should be able to take over that spot, especially if you start geotagging some of your photos that you upload. All right, so 30 to 40% of the traffic is going to go to the businesses in this Google Map Pack, so you want to get in there. And then the next section down here is known as the organic section, the organic listings. And once you get past Angie's and Yelp, the two directory sites, you start to see actual businesses' websites starting to rank here. And so the ranking here is based on the strength of your content and your backlinks profile. So I wanted to compare your content and backlinks to the Citywide Plumbing. All right, so I love the look of your site. It looks really good. You do have a good amount of content on here, which is good. Google looks for 1,500 to 2,000 words on the home page for them to consider you an authoritative site or an expert in the niche. That will help you in the rankings. You definitely want to make sure that you have more content than your competitor has. That is because the amount of content you have is definitely one of the factors that Google uses when they determine how to rank. The second thing is it's not just about the quantity of words that you have on the page. You also want to make sure that your site is very dense in local buyer intent keywords. These are the words that people are actually frequently typing into the Google search bar, and the phrases that you want your site to be found for. So since you're a service provider, you want them to be referencing, the keyword phrase needs to reference the city or the location that you are servicing and the type of service, because that's what people are typing into the search bar. So I use this tool here called Ahrefs to just look at different websites. And so MaxwellPlum.com is your website. And I can see here you're not ranking for any keywords currently. So that has to do with your content and how the content is written. So look at your competitor site here, what is it, Citywide Plumbers. And if you look here back on this search page, you can see this is citywideplumbers.com, but it's actually a back page. They have a Queens back page that's actually beating you. So it's not even the home page that's beating you. And the reason they do that, the reason they have a Queens back page is because this is such a great opportunity in Queens. I was looking at this for somebody else in Staten Island, and this KD, you can see, is the difficulty. It's kind of a ranking of how hard it is to get into the top 10 or the first page. And in Staten Island, some other areas in New York City, it's so much harder than in Queens. Some of these numbers, like this one here, plumbers in Queens or Queens Plumbing, it's a KD of 1, so it means it would not be that hard to get into the top 10 and rank on page 1. And this column here is the volume. This is the approximate number of searches or average number of searches per month that each of these search terms is being searched for. So a lot of good opportunity. Imagine what I mean. If you're on the first page, normally you get about 10% of the inquiries coming to you. If you can get into the map pack and into the organic section, you're going to have a decent amount of this traffic coming to you. So that's going to significantly help you if you are looking to grow your business. Currently, I don't see your ranking on here. It doesn't say. If you had a keyword that you were ranking for, like you could see here, these guys for Queens Plumber, they're ranking in the 4th position. So, and they're in the top 10 on all of these. And so that's the beauty of having a location page. I saw that you do service some of the other boroughs, so you could set up a separate location page. The reason why they do that is because it allows them to have content that allows them to that is there's enough content for them to be able to use some of these keyword phrases frequently enough so that it makes it very easy for Google to identify that back page is extremely relevant to what was just searched for. So that's the reason for the back page, and that's an opportunity for you since you service multiple locations. So then the last piece of the puzzle after content is the backlinks profile. And so backlinks are just links from other websites over to your website. They give legitimacy to your site in Google's eyes because they act as an endorsement of your site by the sites that you're linked to. Because Google is a popularity contest, you want to have more backlinks than your competitors do. But in the case of backlinks, it's not just about quantity. Quality also matters. You want to be linked to other trusted or authoritative sites. You do not want to be linked to spammy sites. And so you could look at your competitor referring domains, click on those, and you can see every site is given a DR score. That's your trust score with Google. You could see your competitors' DR scores, and you could know what and who they're linked to and what those sites' DR scores are. And you can go out to those sites and try to get them pointed back at your site as well. But you would only want to do that for the higher DR scored sites. So a good site has a DR score of about 30 or greater, and so that's what you'd want to shoot for. So that is basically what it would take for you to get onto the first page of Google and do it in multiple locations. Again, down here in the organic listings and in the map pack. And then if you wanted to pay for Google advertisements, you could always do that as well and get onto this page 3 different times, which would bring an enormous amount of traffic to your site. So hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you wouldn't mind just responding to the email just to let me know that you viewed the video, and if you found it helpful, I'd appreciate that if you let me know. Otherwise, if it wasn't helpful and there's content in there or content that you would like to see that I did not include, I'd love to know that as well so I can continue to add value to small businesses. Thanks and have a great day.